Hello, everyone. Well, we're starting on the outside tomatoes. Last several days, Mark and I have been fighting and losing against a vole. It has killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then over there, 2 over there, 10 tomato plants. We've had to take them out. They were completely dead and dying, and because this little son of a bitch digging and going right underneath. And when I pulled them up, the main root was just bitten in half and gnawed on. So a good portion of our Amishes that had tomatoes on them are dead. Oh, I hate that little rodent. But this we've managed to save so far. Mike, my jungle has escaped. It is breached. It's breached. It's now long, so I don't have to mow that part. But I'm pretty sure most of these are gourds because that's all I'm seeing that has developed. So, but that's what's going on with the tomatoes on this side. Yeah, it wiped out 8 Amish tomatoes. Mark's jicama is doing really, really good. It's enjoying the very hot and humidity. Me, not so much. I don't know what this surprise one is yet. Nothing's developed. I've had nothing but male flowers. Sweet potatoes are like doing really good. Mike, I have you slip started. They've already got roots going. So I'll probably have Mark bring them in tomorrow or the next day. So, but they're going along the fence where they need to be. I'd rather have them climb up the fence and all that than out here. And the vole did go along the fence, but I spent the last 2 days just drowning this SOB out. We did get a torture device for him. We've had it for 3 days and he's gone around it. Basically, if he does up that dirt, piles up the dirt, knocks that plate, 6 spikes go down. Bam! Stab SOB. So, but it hasn't worked yet. We had it right here where he was digging along here, but nothing. Even flooded, but he did a new tunnel system. That's why we put it there. So, oh, and this surprise one that was growing out of here is a gourd. So monster gourds I will have for fall. But on these 2 rows, we only lost 2 tomato plants. They weren't as bad, but we did try to save them over here. You can tell it's still yellowing. But so those 2 there and one there is what we were trying to save. So, but yeah, we did not water today because we got a big thunderstorm yesterday and last night, and then it rained a little bit this morning. So we just came in and harvest some stuff, but the cucumbers are very happy. Tell Mark next year we need to go 3 layers of the chicken wire. So far I've gotten 8 cucumbers off of this batch here. So there's a bunch of babies. They just haven't grown. And note to self, do not put Mexican sunflower in a row. She is just huge, 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 huge. But she's so pretty. I love the flowers. So do the bees. Don't you, little bumblebee? Okay, I'm leaving you alone. She's like, I'm going here. She's gonna try to hide from me. So, but yes, I need to weed eat. We've had a lot going on. Lawnmower died. We think there's something in the carburetor, so we had to go buy a new lawnmower. And then, of course, I had to mow while Mark was at work. We usually try to help each other with it, but it needs to get done. So, and then fighting the vole, replanted, more kohlrabi were transplanted. Got a couple of zucchinis off, no squash yet. Mike, thanks for the yellow squash. And over here, the melons have got flowers, but I don't see any melons yet. Oh, you can see the dead spot. That's where the little SOB has also tunneled and started eating. So, but my hose does not reach out this far. So I just been stomping down in it, but that's a good size gourd, monster gourd. Now I know one of these is a white pumpkin because it's over there. I'll show you. But yeah, he tunneled all through this right through here and then out there. So it's like he just was tunneling, coming up for a snack, tunneling, coming up for a snack. But I don't see any gourds on the dead ones, but there is another gourd back there. Not sure if you can see it. But like I said, I think most of these might be just monster gourd because I don't see any pumpkins yet. So, but that's how my jungle, yes, it's breached the fence here too. So that's just what I wanted. I wanted everybody to grow this way and out that way, not up my rows. So yeah, some flowers. And we've also figured out that's what happened to most of the radishes. The little brat has been eating the radishes. So let me step in. We just cleared the path of the gourds because they were overtaking the rows again. So I can show you that my white pumpkin. Yep, that one's definitely a white pumpkin. But everything out here is trying to survive. Though getting tall. I'm not sure which one that is. It's almost 5. Oh, I can't see. Let's see. I can't even read what that is anymore. Yeah. Oh well. But it's tall, full of flowers, but no peppers. The very hots are full, and so we're just waiting. Like I said, cucumbers out here are very happy. Yeah, this Mexican sunflower. Look, that's how good it is. It's got splits right there, and it's still growing out. So this thing is sturdy. I think I took a head off that I was waiting for. It doesn't turn like regular sunflowers. It was like half like this, but it was half eaten. So I'm thinking those are the seeds. So I've got to experiment. I took the half eaten one that the birds were eating. So, all right, let's go inside. I got some peppers moved over here. I need to readjust these flowers over there. But these were all a lot of the tall ones that were crowding out the small ones. The Aji mango is no longer on Sherry Eat Row. Black opal. They're black and turning red. So, oh, we did find. We came out yesterday and I noticed these tops were eaten. And I went, honey, we got an Alice in Wonderland. And it took him about 5 minutes, but he found him. He was latched onto one right through here. And, well, he's bird food now. It was weird because we've never usually got him inside. We've usually got him outside. So, but yeah, I moved those there and I just moved all these flowers for now because it's not very, it's not extreme heat. It's just, it's very humid and nasty. But the inside tomatoes are doing good. Some of them are over close to 7 feet, but the ones that didn't have flowers on top, I snipped. So I don't want them growing up anymore. I want them just to bulk out. So, but yeah, we've got a lot of black crims on there. There's a good size ones there. So, but yeah, and these flowers, they look like heck right now. I just fed the birds. You can see all the feed on the fence. Back here, the vole has been doing damage too on these sunflowers. So he's been tunneling underneath and my foot went down like big time, but I stomped it down all already. See, he's just made a tunnel and I think he's coming up and eating the seeds too. So, but the birds have eaten pretty good and what squirrels haven't decapitated. Jicama back here is looking really good. It's trying to escape and grab onto anything it can. So, oh, the birds started eating the flower seeds. So my black-eyed Susans are not very big. I'm kind of disappointed. They did not get very big, but the other ones did. This Amish, we don't know what happened to it. When I pulled it up, it had roots going into the ground, so it could have got eaten. But it doesn't explain because the major root part's there. So I pulled it out of the line accession. We don't know what, it just decided it wanted to die. I'm going to trim it back to see if I can try to save it, but I pulled it out of the row. So it had one tomato on it, which sucks because I'm hoping I can. But the tomato is really soft. So it's like the whole plant is just dying. So, and it got fish fertilizer a couple days ago and it didn't bounce back. Everybody's been fed. Hi, Jakey. Why don't you catch that vole? Dig up that vole, will you? Huh? My old man dog. See, these black-eyed Susans got a little bigger. But I told Mark if that trap doesn't work, we can come back here because he dug. It almost tipped my bird bath over. He dug underneath the bird bath and went along the fence. So I said, if we don't get him out there, we need to try in here. So, but yup. No moonflowers yet, which I'm very sad. Usually by now I've gotten some. But that my cone flowers just keep coming. The bees have been busy. Now see, this Mexican flower, it's getting tall, but it's not getting really wide because I think it's potted. So, all right. Blackberries, Mark and I have been eating the heck out of our blackberries. There's another one. It's almost still kind of red. So, yeah, I've got about 20 in the fridge right now. Mike, I'll have Mark bring them into you tomorrow. Which I should know, Mike, when our friends' blackberries are ready because they'll be over Sunday for Mark's birthday. So, but the herbs, yeah, they need a haircut, but I've been busy trying to kill a vole and save tomato plants. But everybody's coming over Sunday, so I'll maybe wait and let the girls. So as you can see, these smaller plants, peppers, now they can get sun. They're not getting crowded out by those taller ones. But yeah. Oh, Mark, this was the other one I thought we needed to stake because it's getting tipsy. The big Jim. So it's full. Can't tell, but it's full. He needs to be staked and tied up. That wind storm we had, it knocked these sunflowers over. I got a rock in it right now, but they're flowering and I'm just letting them go. The bees will do what they need to do and then the birds. So, but we've harvested some cherry eats. So we're just waiting for those Carmens down there to turn red. We got about 4 or 5 nadapenos. So there's more milkweed. The bees have been happy. But yeah, the only caterpillars we've seen is the Alice in Wonderland. And then this other one, it was yellow. We never noticed, but it's tiny. But yeah, take that head off. But yep, it's all growing back. These guys are still struggling, but they're still putting out. That one's almost ready. I'll probably take him tomorrow. I've got about 30 cucumbers in the house. We got to make pickles. Hey, Mike, does your nasturtium die back like that? What am I doing wrong? It was big, green, beautiful, had tons of flowers, and then we had all that bad heat, and they haven't bounced back. So what do you do to bring them back? Let Mark know to let me know. All right, yep, it's getting tall. This scorpion's almost as tall as me. If I put it up, it is as tall as me. So that scorpion, if it stands up straight, is 5'7". But like I said, that's how everything's going. Oh, and I learned a new trick. I've been watching these videos, which I've also been doing. Screw trying to grow these like trees like people showing. I've tried, I've given up. Oh, hello, bee. What are you doing? You're eating where I burnt. See, I burnt that leaf yesterday. I saw if you take a high power like lighter or torch, and I've been going over checking the fronts and the backs, and if I find squash beetle eggs, I put them on fire. I've been, and they sound like popcorn popping. So I came out this morning and did about six, but and killed, but I don't see any more. So, but that's how I've been taking care of the squash beetles this year. Is if when I'm watering and stuff, if I see one adult one, I'll snip it in half with my shears, and then I check all the leaves. And then if I see, because before I would cut the whole leaf off and throw it in the trash. Now I can leave the leaf and just burn the eggs. I did not know that. I learned something new. And so for the last 3 days, I've been making eggs pop like popcorn. So these guys seem to be happy, which is good. I wish I'd known that a few years ago. It would have been a lot easier. So, but some of my multicolored different ones that I did plant are starting to bloom. That's my chocolate. So, and then there's just regular ones that the birds have already started to attack. We did harvest those potatoes and didn't get as much. We should have did it sooner. Oh, damn, he took them in. We had them laying right there. Never mind. I'm not going to show you. Oh, here they are. That's what we got. Disappointment. I should have pulled them sooner because we had a bunch of dead ones in there that were disintegrating. That's the hot peppers we picked today, some tomatoes and cherry eats and cucumbers. These guys they are really big and they're heavy and they were pulling the plant down. So I rather just try to let them ripen inside the house and worry about a bug getting into them or a critter. So, but, oh, and then these guys here, they look like crap, but I just got them in water. It's all these clippings of parts of tomatoes that were dying out there from the vole we're trying to save. A couple of them have bounced back. I got them in the dirt. So, like I said, we're trying anything and everything to keep the garden going. It's been a weird gardening season. The last year we didn't deal with the vole until the fall, but not this early in the season. I hope everybody's garden is going better and you're not battling critters like I am. All right, if I get an update on the vole, if we kill the SOB, I will let y'all know. If not, see you next week.